Hello everyone, and welcome to another masterclass where I teach you to master construct in the most simple way possible. Today we're diving into the brand new S-rank ice tank, Wanshi Lucid Dreamer. Well Chrome, looks like you can finally take your rest. So, if you want to maximize Wanshi's potential and dominate the battlefield, stick around. Let's break down his kit, rotations, memory sets, and team comps. Looking at Wanshi's core mechanics, at first glance, Wanshi's kit might look complicated, but trust me, he is really easy to master once you follow the right rotation and keep an eye out on key mechanics. The most important thing to remember is that Wanshi isn't a brain-dead character. You need to be fully aware of what's happening on your screen. Just like the many newer constructs, Wanshi has a unique orb system. So let's make a quick TLDR. Blue and yellow orbs fill the core passive gauge. Red orb activates core passive, but does not count as a regular ping or orb. You've got that? Great. Let's move on to his rotations. Onto the rotations. Wanshi's rotations require precise orb pings and his bullet catching mechanic. These are essential to mastering his gameplay. Let's start with the first one, the snipe rotation. You swap into Wanshi. You would 3-ping a yellow or blue orb, tap the red orb, then release the red orb, and then you would tap red orb 6 times, and then catch the bullet, and then tap red orb 6 more times, and then you activate your first ultimate. And that's it, you've mastered the snipe rotations, one of the key rotations you'll frequently use in Warzone. Now let's move on to the drone rotation, a 2-part ice-based rotation that further increases Wanshi's effectiveness in combat. With the drone rotation, you would 3-ping a yellow or blue orb twice, tap the red orb, hold basic attack, tap the red orb again, hold basic attack once more, and then activate your second ultimate. And this is the drone rotation. Both rotations can be performed in a singular sequence, starting with the snipe rotation and ending with the drone rotation for maximum effectiveness. Now let's talk about the Glaciation Effect. You need to stack glaciation points up to 10 at max, and once fully stacked, you can release the ice spike for massive glacial damage. Here's how you can incorporate this into your gameplay. You swap into Wanshi, ping a yellow or blue orb, hold dodge, tap the red orb, catch the bullet, then tap the red orb 6 times, and then activate your first ultimate, and then finally swap to another character. This is the first phase of the rotation. After completing your other character's rotation, swap back to Wanshi for the drone phase. In the drone phase, you would swap into Wanshi, 3-ping a yellow or blue orb, hold dodge, hold basic attack, then tap the red orb again, and then hold basic attack once more, and then finally you activate your second ultimate. And with this, you have now learned the Glaciation Rotation. Though do keep in mind that Glaciation content will start around Selena's patch. But since you already know how to execute the Glaciation Effect, keep that muscle memory sharp for when Selena arrives on the global server. Alright, so with that out of the way, let's look into the ranks itself. Which one is worth pulling for Wanshi beyond S rank? Here's the breakdown. For double S, which is the recommended for free-to-play players, you get a 3 blue ping every time you enter the battlefield. A swap-in gives 1 orb. He gains 12 signature energy when entering the shooting stance. While in the hold dodge mode plus release mode, glaciation point accumulation rate doubles for red plus basic and shooting stance. And also, red plus shooting stance into spam basic damage increases by 100%. Now at SS3, which is the best value for light spender players, you get a 10% ice defense shred. The signal orb recovery rate increases by 100% when entering shooting stance. Core passive damage is increased by 200%, and base damage of the red orb is increased by 100%. And then finally we have the triple S rank, which is the overkill territory. You get another additional 10% ice defense shred. Glaciation damage is increased by 30%. The swap cooldown is reduced by 3 seconds for all team members, which is non-stackable. Ultimate base multiplier is increased by 1.5%. And finally, ultimate damage is increased by 60 at max core passive stack. If you're looking for the recommended ranks, double S is for functional gameplay, SS3 for best value, and triple S and beyond for the whales. And now let's look into the memory sets. Wanshi has 3 main memory builds depending on where you are in the game. For the endgame build, you would use his dedicated 4-piece set, plus 2 Chenji Run, and another 2-piece from the Harmony weapon. This buffs your ice damage bonus by 17%, and a 10% extra damage bonus, plus another 15% defense shred and extended frostbound zone. The resonance you would look for is a 6 attack and 6 signature. If you're under a mid-game build, his dedicated 4-piece set, plus 2 Einsteiner. And your resonance would be the same as before. And this will be your support build for Phantom Pain Cage, a 4-piece Da Vinci and 2-piece Gloria, plus 2-piece Einsteiner from your Harmony. This gives you a 10% attack buff on field, a 20% team attack buff, and a 21% defense shred. And now let's look at the weapon recommendations. No doubt Wanshi's signature weapon is going to be the must-have for the optimal performance, as your attack is increased by 10% and your core passive damage is increased by 100%. The best resonance for this would be the Bow's Hyperflow, which gives you a 8% ice defense shred, Glorious Afterglow, which gives you a 30% attack for 8 seconds, and Resonant Echo, where the tank class skill will last up to 8 seconds. And now finally, let's talk about team compositions. Want the best team synergy for Wanshi? Here are the top team comps. For the beginner team where you have limited units, you can suffice with S-Rank Wanshi, who will be your main DPS and your defense shredder. You can run with A-Rank Wanshi as your support, and A-Rank Liv as your other support. For mid-game, you would have 2 team types, where one, if you have S-Rank Chu, she would be your main DPS, while Wanshi would be your defense shred and support, and A-Rank Wanshi as your additional support. Now if you don't have Chu, but you have S-Rank Isla, S-Rank Wanshi will be your main DPS, and Isla will be there as your amplifier buffer, and deals out additional extra damage as well. And lastly, you would have A-Rank Wanshi as your support. And of course, the endgame team would be S-Rank Chu, Wanshi, and Isla. Well, with all of this done, what do you guys think about Wanshi Lucid Dreamer? Are you pulling for him? Let us know in the comment section below. If this guide helped you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more quick, easy Punishing Gray Raven guides. Thanks for watching, and good luck with your pulls. Have a beautiful day.
Even children know when it's time for bed. Here, have a candy. For being such a champ today. But you have to rest after eating it. The White Hawk will be here to keep you safe.